Your relationship with Jules is nowhere near as bad as you look like.
We should set your dad up with someone.
Can I just ask you some questions for this survey? Your height and weight.
5'9", 175 pounds.
Exercise habits.
I sprint to the refrigerator and eat buckets of lard.
Let's welcome in the former linebacker out of Evanston Township High School. He does this acting gig on the side. It's our buddy, Jeremy Piven.
Buddy, listen, you just put it all in perspective. I thank you for that. I was a struggling linebacker for ETHS in the 80s. You know what I mean? But you know what? There's no greater motivator than failing early in life.
Right.
So I was motivated.
Nice. You know, your Bears are in trouble, by the way, if we're going to talk some football here.
It's an amazing defense, and they're holding strong. And the guys that played on the offensive line, guys who were offensive guards, are suddenly playing center, and everyone's stepping up, and it's incredible. And I know that Tariq Cohen, who I think technically is the same size as me. The only difference is he's an elite athlete. But other than that, we're exactly the same.
Yep, right, of course.
But, Tariq goes down, and then we need to explore some depth in the running back department, because we're getting brilliant wide receivers and punt returners back there, and we're doing a lot of experimenting.
Well, we've lost 3 straight. David Montgomery at running back, doing a fine job. His offensive line is terrible, but Carlos Santos, our kicker, should be the MVP this year.
Okay, sure. Why not? Those guys are resilient. They're going to get better. And
I hope
better
so.
days ahead. Yeah.
I hope you're right. You live in LA. You moved your mother out to LA. How is your mother doing?
Joyce Piven is great. I was hanging out with her yesterday. I'm just lucky to be able to see her as much as I do, and the pandemic has something to do with it. So I'm lucky. She's a great woman, and as people get older, when they lose their connection to their vibrancy and their livelihood and their art or whatever they've done in their lives, is when things start to deteriorate. And with her, she's an artist, and she gets to kind of still work and kick it around with us, and I think that keeps her going. So we're lucky to have her. Right, keeps her alive. Now, you have a Christmas movie coming out. Has she seen the movie yet, which is available now? You know what? I appreciate that, buddy. You're good with transitions. She read the script, and this is so unorthodox for me to say, and I shouldn't say it, and this is why people hate me, because I speak the truth way too much. But she read the script, and she was a little on the fence, and then she saw the movie and was very emotional and really took to it, and she's a straight shooter with me, and that's what the process is all about. Like, we had an incredible cast. Thank you, buddy. I'm eating brunch. We're speaking multiple languages.
You're eating as resuming. You couldn't wait. It's okay. Keep going.
No, brother. You know what? I will not only drop everything for you, but I will continue to for the rest of my life.
I love you for that. I do.
Absolutely. No, this is one of these movies where the cast is incredible. A lot of people, who you maybe haven't seen yet, but they're about to be superstars, and then people and we shot it over there. Jolie Richardson from Acting Royalty plays my best friend, and we shot it over in England, and it's about a guy who loses his wife, and he and his daughter are trying to connect, and they haven't dealt with grief, and she feels sorry for him and kind of just puts him on these websites, these dating websites, unbeknownst to him, and suddenly he's on dates that he doesn't even know he's on, and hilarity ensues. So it's really funny and touching, and has a big heart, and it's edgy and everything that I wanted.
You're a single guy, no kids. Your sister Shira has 2 kids. Did that help?
Yeah.
Did you babysit the kids for a while to get into the acting mode for this?
Yeah, it's funny. People are saying like, how did you do this, man? I mean, even guys that I never hear from are going, I haven't seen this emotional work from you. How did you pull this off? And I'm thinking, this role is closer to me than anything I've ever played. I mean, to play Ari Gold and to whip myself up into a frenzy is further from me. It's like me if you rear-ended me in traffic and came at me with like a 2x4. And this role is a real human being, and he's experienced loss, and he's a decent human being, and I love playing him. So the irony is people want to know, like, this is a magic trick. How did you pull it off? And this role is closer to me than anything I've ever played.
Well, I want to go back to something that you said. You gave the script to your mother to read. You always bring that up to me when we talk to you, how your mother is on, I call it the board of directors. We all have our board of directors that we take things to when we have something big going on in our life. And she's always been there for you, and she reads your scripts. Even with Entourage, she read those.
Well, not only, is she just a straight shooter and I trust her, but she's also a great artist. And so I'm lucky to have her in many different respects. But yeah, I still, like I said, she feels parents need to feel still like they're parents,
of course,
and that their opinion counts, and it does with her. So it's an honor. I'm the one that benefits the most from it because of her insight and her honesty. But she also, loves to stay active, and so that's been fun. And to get her nod of approval, that was my first review for my dad's Christmas date out on iTunes and Amazon. Man, we're good. We're good at transitions. No, but we need a good, heartwarming movie now more than ever. That's also funny.
Right, of course we do. I mean, after the presidential election, and now there's a vaccine on the horizon. We need happy.
I'm so out of it, bro. There was an election.
There was a little bit. There was a little election. Nothing big. It wasn't a big deal. And by the way, I do need to mention that people are watching right now. Are you going to rob a bank? Is that why you're dressed like this?
I'm dressed like I'm going to rob a bank every day. Let's be honest. I've got a full mask on. I have a stocking cap, if you will.
The last time we spoke, go ahead and eat. The last time we spoke, you were still doing stand-up for 11 people in backyards. That was your thing.
Yeah.
Because you could only do 11, because after that, it's just too many people. Are we still doing stand-up?
I am. It's totally different now. I'm doing it for 14 people. It's a different vibe. We added a couple, a delightful couple.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I've become everything I hate. I'm the guy who's like talking loudly in public. I hate these people that they're 6 feet away, but they're screaming on their Zoom calls. You know what I mean? And they're talking about needing a Brazilian wax because they've been in lockdown too long. And it's just, I've become that guy now. But I would only do it for you.
Well, I appreciate that. I do want to mention social media, the election, one thing. You posted something that was very funny this week on Twitter. And it's interesting to see people's reactions, because I know it's a joke. Other people know it's a joke, but there's, of course, the haters out there. That's what social media brings out, the anger and the haters in people. We would know our president if America could count votes the way they count calories, which I thought was very funny. But of course, you get people going off on that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm an actor and a stand-up comic, and I'm just making a joke. I mean, I was going to say about Nevada. Nevada couldn't make the count. I go, come on, Vegas. If you could count votes the way you count cards, we would know who our president is. There are many jokes to tell. And by the way, if we're not able to express ourselves and to live fully and, with freedom of speech, then we're not free. So, you can be mad at me all you want, but I just want to make you laugh.
Right. There's haters out there. There's always going to be haters. Also on Instagram in September, I want to say you posted a picture of yourself after you just got done with a workout doing the splits.
I'm very flexible. I've got great lateral movement. You can ask anyone from the Evanston Township High School
Sure.
Wildcat football days.
Right. Yeah.
I am a thoroughly underrated athlete.
You're a Chicago guy through and through. Has this really bugged you that you haven't been able to travel, especially to come back to Chicago during the summertime?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like from what I've seen from all the videos and stuff with Chicago, I feel like the coast is clear to come back.
Yeah.
And I'd love to come back. It would be great to I know we're not allowed to watch sports in Chicago, but even to be like, at a local sports bar or something would be fun.
Yeah. I mean, people find ways around it. There's tents now everywhere in the city where people are watching in tents at bars or in people's backyards. But yeah, it's been rough.
Yeah, I hear that they have pods now.
Yeah, they have
igloos.
pods.
You can go and eat in an igloo, have a pizza pop, and an icicle pop, pizza pop in an ice cube. Okay.
Well, this is what I don't get. You can eat in a pod in a very confined place, but you can't go into a restaurant where they have ventilation and they're constantly cleaning. It just doesn't make sense to me. But I need to ask you this. As a Chicago guy living in LA, you saw the riots and you saw the looting this summer. What were you thinking when they showed Chicago on the news?
Contrary to what a lot of people think, there are a few sides to every story. And I know Chicago and I know the integrity of that town. And so you see something like that and you know that there are other sides to every story. And people are very honest and they speak their mind, and it's a very volatile city. And I'm proud of my city, and I can't wait to go back. And talk about diversity. I was lucky enough to go to a high school where it was a truly integrated high school, Evanston Township.
Right.
And so that's part of who I am. I was one of the only white boys on my football team, and I was incredibly lucky to be surrounded by all different types of people, and to be immersed with them, and to truly understand that we are all in this together. And I'm not a racist because I was never taught racism, and so I got to know the truth very early on.
Right. Yep.
And so I was very lucky, and that's one of the many reasons why you and I stay connected. And I'll always be a Chicagoan. Well
said, Jeremy Piven. You're the best. Thank you for taking time, and hopefully we'll see each other soon. Enjoy your holiday.
You too, buddy.
All right.
Take care of yourself.
Thanks, man. Jeremy Piven, everybody.
My